Hey, how's that essay?
The Cooper and Anthony Show.
Kick ass.
So over the weekend, the band Kiss did their final show.
Right.
At Madison Square Garden. So they started their career 50 years ago at Madison Square Garden, and they ended it at Madison Square Garden.
Very poetic.
Very. So they said this is the last show ever. And most of us went, that's not going to happen. They're going to go out next year and say, this is really the last show ever. And then 10 years from now, no, this is, as long as Gene is still breathing, he's going to be out on stage. Right. So they surprised everybody and said, no, we're actually ending, but the band is not going to end.
People say, well, what are you going to do when you stop? Well, the band will never stop because we don't own the band. The fans own the band. Yeah. The world owns the band. That's what brought us to you, is that sense that we can live on eternally.
What does that mean?
What I was thinking they were going to do was just get a 20-year-old Gene Simmons, a 20-year-old Paul Stanley, and just keep replacing them like Becky's.
Okay.
Right. It's a new Becky, and then 10 years from now they'll get another Becky, and it's
right.
Oh look,
and nobody acknowledges it. It's just Becky. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Playing the same beat songs and rock and roll all night every show. But no, so now they're going to stop touring, but their AI versions of them will continue to tour.
And you gain immortality by materializing in this universe.
Capturing you, your motion, every subtlety, looking at all the concerts, all that with AI and with new tech, we can actually have you. I mean, everything that Kiss represents, we'll be able to create that.
Who wants to go see an AI version of Kiss?
They have screens that come down that will show the band. The AI will even talk to the crowd.
Well, I think it's fair to say that you live by the energy that comes back from the audience.
Now imagine using real-time rendering so you can react to the audience. When the audience says, I love you, Paul, you can actually say, I love you too. You can say that. Every show you go to will be slightly different.
The idea that there can be interaction.
Hello, Vegas, or whatever. And they'll say, look at those boobs. The AI will actually talk with the crowd. But I don't know who's going to go see this.
I would think like real Kiss fans, people that just really love Kiss, would just go once for the novelty of it. But I don't think it's sustainable.
Gene Simmons said, we will be forever young and forever iconic by taking us into places we've never dreamed of before. The technology is going to make Paul jump higher and higher than he's ever done before. The future is so exciting. So he's all happy. I don't know why he sounds like Trump, by the way. But
I don't know. Why is he talking like that?
Yeah, I think Gene Simmons sounds like Donald Trump. We will forever be young and iconic. No, so Gene just wants to be forever young. I wonder if the AI will get laid, too.
Of course it will, by other AI. They'll bring in some hot AI chicks.
Hot AI groupies.
AI love. But here's the weird thing about it. The only person that truly benefits from this is Kiss. They're just going to continue to make money. Mm-hmm. That's all this is. I mean, listen, Gene Simmons has always been an early adapter of all kinds of crazy cool technology stuff. He's, he was on board with the merch stuff early. Like we know that about him. He's always trying to figure out how to he never met a dollar he doesn't like.
Right.
That's all this is. This really reads like a money grab. It doesn't, because if you just want to do something great for your audience, you can produce exactly that and just put it up there for free. Don't have people have to come to concert venues where there's screens. That seems like that's an expense you're never going to recoup from.
So now that there are new technologies, we can make an immersive experience.
No one is placing you.
Yeah,
that's a good thing about this.
It's really based on the true authenticity, everything that makes Kiss what it is today.
Are you going to keep us in suspense all this time?
Should we look at what we've been up to and see what you guys think?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Let's check it out.
I like the 25-year-old version of Kiss better, that they can continue to go out and be the next Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley and whatever.
Exactly.
But no, they're going to put a screen up, and it looks real. They look like they're 25 years old, because they showed the video. And they look so young. So they'll be young forever.
They need to Becky this. You're right. They need to do it like that. I know that you always make fun of me because I'm a Steely Dan fan, which is another story in and of itself. But Steely Dan is Donald Fagen and his partner Walter Becker, who died. After Walter Becker died, Donald Fagen, who also loves money, in fact, he had a tour called Pay the Rent Tour. And they're not cheap, those tickets. He hired this young, hot, 20-something-year-old kid to play with him, and that's who he's on tour with now. The whole band is all like young, hot 20-somethings, and they're still Steely Dan, because Steely Dan isn't a person; it's a concept.
Well, it's like the Dead. Let's get somebody completely opposite of Jerry Garcia. So that's what they did. They did Jerry Garcia 2.0.
Well, but that just felt like John Mayer was doing Grateful Dead karaoke. That was weird.
And that's all Kiss 2.0 needs to be.
No, and that's what they did with Queen. I think probably that's what happened. Like, Gene Simmons looked at Queen and Adam Lambert and thought, yeah, that's really cool, and he's a very good singer, but why can't it be us in our 20s? Why does it have to be a 20-year-old?
Right, but they're wearing the makeup, so it can be anybody in that makeup.
Right.
That's the thing. It's the brand, not the band. So he needs to think of it as the brand, not the band.
It's the brand, not the band. There's the marketing right there. It's the brand, not the band.
I'm going to copyright that.
I hear you calling.
Gene, you better not come out with that. I'm going to copyright it. It's a brilliant idea.